We're back. Got my khaki cap on. And I wanted to just ask this. Thank you, Gerda and Carice, for staying on and with us again for part 2 of Single Through the Holidays, New Year, New You. I got a question because I've been totally transparent, and this is what we need. Was the guy you were dating, was he practicing celibacy? Because sometimes that, and like you said, us being soul tied to people, was he into that?
He was not practicing celibacy. He was practicing so and this is what I found out too, because for a while I used to say I was celibate.
Right.
I found out that celibacy means you are celibate for abstaining from marriage and sex. So I said, oh no, I want to be married. So I'm
Oh,
abstinent.
wait. I just learned. You learned me something
I
today.
learned that
Okay,
just
okay, hold
last
on.
year.
So I
Mhm.
need to change that because I
I'm
want to be
abstinent.
married.
Yes. So
Okay,
I
so I am absent.
Yes, I'm
Thank you.
abstinent. But he wasn't, and before I met him, I think the longest I've gone probably was like 5-6 years before, and I've like been single since I got divorced back in 2011 for what, 12 years. So he was not practicing, but I did ask him about it before because I did say, hey, and that's the same thing we were all talking about with like that soul tie, just feeling like, God, even though I'm in this relationship, I don't want this to be another situation where we're not together and I'm carrying this weight of this soul with me. So I just need to know, if this is someone I'm supposed to be with, are you willing to be abstinent with me? He said he could do it. And he said, no, I absolutely am on board with that. And I'm like, okay. We don't know if he was saying he was on board because, I'm long distance, so I could be locked down. We don't know.
We don't know.
But he was someone who, in terms of, because he was so like focused and stuff like that, it is something I do believe he could have done or would have done had we stayed together. But I don't know if he was cheating or not cheating. I don't know, but whether it happened once or twice, but he wasn't someone who always needed sex. So that was why I know he could, he was willing to do it. But
that's nice. And a lot of men will curb their appetite for a moment. I mean, if you speak Spanish, they can speak Spanish.
hola.
Hey, that's what they're gonna do. However, behind the other scenes, they may speak another language, and that's what, especially in a long distance situation, you don't know. And the only reason I've seen this because I've dealt with people who were in long distance relationships, so they were faithful in public, but they had their own other life. And this woman, but they didn't really want to accept. So this is where the ego comes in. A woman doing this to a man, feeling guilty, but then she doesn't want to believe that the man is doing the same thing. He's usually doing it times 10. She's saying he's so nice. I feel so bad about doing this. And I'm thinking, don't you know that he's doing the same thing? So don't feel bad. It's just that, and then you probably get caught. The man is going to get caught. It'll come out later because we're definitely sloppy when it comes to that. But she's feeling really bad about it. It's no reason, it's no woman, I think, that's going to do that more than men. Number one, society makes it like you're trash if you do that. So even if you wanted to, you're gonna try to fight doing it because it's not like you're getting props for doing that. And I've said that in a previous episode about that certain things that it's an unfair double standard for men and women. I don't care how beautiful you are, I don't care how anointed or whatever you are, great mom, once that comes out for a woman, you're kind of blackballed for a long time or start. And you notice a man can have 7 kids, do all of that dirt, 3 wives, somebody ready to be the 4th.
This is true. There's always wings waiting to be the 4th.
And he doesn't have to have all this money and be Prince Lancelot. It doesn't have to be any of that. He could just be regular guy,
right?
Goes to work or maybe not even work, but has these kids, got his sob story about potential and how he's learned his lesson. And then some woman trying to fix him, bring him to the cookout, the family thing, and then boom. And then he looking at other people at the family cookout. He's horrible. This brother is horrible.
But see, it's like when you're a high value woman, this stuff don't fly. It doesn't fly, especially if you're doing it with God. Like Gerda said, she went in that closet and she prayed and she worshiped and God did the rest. So you're going to have, when you're dating with God, you're going to have the discernment. God's going to show it to you. You can see straight through in the spirit or a dream. You're going to feel it. And so and you know your worth, you know you know your worth. That's what I mean, like high value, you know your value. And so that leads me to say, when we're dating through the holidays, we're not feeling like we're lacking something because we don't have a boo thing on a holiday or on New Year's, on Christmas, because we're all in mentorships together, for building wealth. And so what do we learn? The mindset to have an abundance mindset. And so it's like when you feel, oh, I'm lonely on this holiday or that is stemming from a scarcity mindset. Like scarcity, it spills into every area of your life. But an abundance mindset is, you're enough. I'm enough, just as I am, with or without somebody on the holiday. Just me, Gerda, as I am. Just me, Erica, as I am. Jabril, as I am.
Thank you.
Not because of what I've achieved, not because of my job or my business or my talents, but me. I'm enough, and whoever I align with,
Right.
they are lucky to have met me.
And
I
you
know
know,
that's right. Because
so
that's how I think,
That's an
Erica. I'm
abundance
like,
mindset.
that's a
that's how I think,
mindset.
Carice. I'm like, I can't. So I've never thought like, oh, I'm so lonely. I need someone. No, I'm always like telling God, like, Lord, you need to come on and let whoever you need to experience me.
Experience me, because
Me.
Mm,
that part, and that
yeah,
took that for me to have that mindset. That was work. That was work. But then when I
Yeah.
start seeing myself how God sees me, I'm like, wait a minute. Whoever God aligns me with, He's letting them know what He thinks about them by even allowing them to experience me.
that's right.
Like
Love it.
like
I
when
experience you,
you
your
when you know
presence.
that, you move different, you move in peace. Um and that's just it, and that's just that. You're not sad on Christmas, and because you're enough.
Right.
That's more, no, more than enough.
But
And that's,
More, that part, more than enough. That, and that's the abundance, right? Abundance is more than enough.
and that's why I want to say this part to dig deeper as we could getting ready to conclude. But I've changed the theme just to transit a little bit because both of you, it's an appropriate topic to take it a little bit further as a bonus. Single moms do the
Ooh, child.
holidays.
single
New
moms, what?
Year, single moms do the holidays.
Oh,
New Year, new you. Both of you are wonderful, beautiful single moms. Gerda with a daughter and Carice with a.
A son.
That's right. It's a little different raising both of them, but as a single woman, what are you looking for in a mate? I know we've talked about this some a little, Gerda, but what, because you have a daughter. So just give a quick perspective of your side, and then Carice, we want to finish with you.
I would say I don't really have like a list per se in that regard, but more so someone who is able to stand in the position as the head and look at my daughter as his own, because if he's standing in that position as the head, then I'm able to fall under his mission and the children will be able to be aligned with that. So someone who is able to come in and lead without in the back of my like, that ain't my kid, so X, Y, and Z. And so with my ex, just to kind of throw that in, my ex and my daughter have a great relationship.
Good.
And he still, even though we've not been together, he still calls her. She would tell her friends, like, that's my stepdad. Like,
Oh,
he calls, she'll tell me sometimes that they just talked because he's checking in on her, making sure she's okay. What does she need? He'll send her things, like his own daughter. And so and that was the first person she's ever met, of course, because that was the first relationship outside of being young
wow.
and being married. So she's never met a man ever to ever say,
Wow.
even this is
Yeah.
my friend. That's all she knows is him. Right.
Okay.
And so that's what I look for is how this man maneuvers. And then if he has children, how does he maneuver with his children
Mm.
That
for
part.
me to better understand, engage, and say, is this someone I would even want to be with? I don't care how fine you are, how much money you got. If you don't take care of your kids, don't see your kids, don't call your kids, none of that. It's been real. Thank you so much for dinner. I appreciate it. Okay. I hope you're fine what you're looking for, but we're not on the same frequency. And then, so that's really what I look for, because if you can't take care of your own children, you're not going to be able to embrace or even care for mine. So
That's good. So good. Yeah, and then just to piggyback off of what you said, Gerda, for me it's really simple too, not necessarily a list, because I think if a man leads well, then the list will follow. So if I'm looking for a man that is led by God, because if he's led by God, he can lead me and my son. If he's
Right.
not led by God, how can you lead anything? Like how? It's not, well, you can lead me to destruction or a life of misery, but not to the land of milk and honey. So and then a man that is, I'd say, aware, just
Right.
has some awareness, self-awareness. You don't have to be perfectly healed. I don't think any of us are, but if you are aware and you've done the work, and you know your self-worth, we can roll, we can rock. Like that, I feel like that's the majority of
Mhm.
it.
Mindfulness. So
Yeah,
I
the mindfulness. And then you
But
and my son, then you'll be I won't have to worry about your ability to love my child, your own children, yourself, me,
right.
because the mindfulness is like more than half the battle, if you ask me.
I that made me think of something too. It's kind of like it's crazy because I now have a question, but it's more so for Erica because as a single woman, I don't know, does Erica have kids? So like as a single woman with no kids and you meet someone, what is it that you look for when it comes to how that person is with children? Whether whether a single woman wants kids or doesn't want kids, right? Because even if you don't want kids, you have nieces, nephews, there's going to be, you have family members that are little kids. So what is it that you look for when it comes to that? Or do like single women with no kids even think about children in the back of their mind and how this person would fit in the picture when it comes to children?
it's different. And so we're gonna wrap up soon, but Erica could tell her side of that briefly, because we this could go on for a while. This is a heavy,
Oh
heavy.
yeah, this is good and this is
So
heavy.
so people who see this good, you need to start liking and subscribing to our channel. And if you guys want more, we'll give more. We'll be more. We'll be more available. But we want to make sure that everyone understand that this podcast is in good spirit. We understand that people have been rubbed the wrong way, but we got to be real, so we're going to ask real questions, and you can ask me anything on this podcast, because I've made my name for a reason, because I want people to understand that I'm what you already see it.
Yeah.
This is a real podcast, a real show. We're talking about sex, marriage, celibacy, abstinence, anything you can think of. It shouldn't be a conflict. The conflict is when you keep it to yourself and you suffer in silence for years and years and years. And the longer you don't have a voice and let people know how you're hurting, how can you expect to get healed? You're praying to God, He's sending you resources, not
Yep.
sources, but resources. And you're so caught up, so bitter, so hurt. And I'm not calling you guys, I'm talking to the podcast internationally. It's time to get on a podcast like this where it's a free space to help. Let's to answer Erica real quick, because she's been transparent. She wants to have children. She does. So she's not one of those sitting here like I'm it's all me. I got all this money. I got this. She even was transparent and talked about she was dating someone who had multiple children, and she was ready to be that person. Because a lot of women, they may not want to accept a man with kids. And he may have one and she had five, and she's still done looking at him like it's something wrong with him. So Erica wanted to do that, and so many other women have humbled themselves in their heart to do that. And then the man and his family on those kids will not allow she to come into the picture, and especially if it's some exes or something in that equation. So then now she looks like the villain when all she wanted to do is make it a new year, a new them, and all of that. So I just want to answer that, and we will probably come on with another one. But I like what Erica just said, single women through the holidays preparing for a new boo. So we're going to wrap with that. And, I want you guys to just enjoy the holidays. You're not single.
Oh, that was good.
Are successful
Ooh.
and
Oh, all
smooth.
right. I
Can
respect.
you just do something for me real quick? Can you just say something, sing a little, anything you think of in your heart, so we can end it with something nice, even if it's a Christmas song, something, Carice, because I love the way you sing, and I'm telling you, that's gonna make your Boaz jump out of that bed, take out that trash, or do whatever. Please, Carice, just use a little something.
Wait, Carice, was Carice the one who sang it Path to Prosperity? The
Yes,
song? That was you,
come
Girl.
on, Carice, stop holding it back.
What was it?
I don't
Yes,
know.
Back
Path
to
to
prosperity. I don't even know what I
All
said.
right, Carice,
My kids just walking in the house. Okay, y'all be quiet for a second. Go
let
back
Carice
outside. Okay, it's the holidays.
Chestnuts roasting.
Oh, that's a long song. But
just do
that's
something real quick because we gotta go, but something to end it off with. Not unless you're gonna make my own song up. You know, you're working on that one.
okay. I got one. I got it.
Let's go.
Wait, okay, I need y'all to be quiet. Keep the door closed. I'm on a Zoom call.
You guys, we got Carice Brown, songstress, great part. Boaz, the right guy. You need to hear this because this could be something. And plus, she could be singing at Gerda's wedding. You never know.
Ooh,
All
Ooh,
right now.
and
I'm
singing to her own husband too. When he
oh, that's
Yes. Woo,
right.
come on. I
Erica too.
received it.
Come on, Reese.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Yes.
That's
I
what
am
I'm
like, this is too early for me to sing, y'all. I was a little hoarse,
but
but
look, that's the morning voice, but he gonna love it just to
it's the
sing.
morning voice.
Yo.
Come back and holler at me at 9 o'clock. Then I can
All
really.
right. Well, we'll do on an episode in the evening. Carice, Gerda, Erica, ladies, we appreciate you. And it's all good. Have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. We'll see
Merry
you in
Christmas,
2020.
y'all.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Happy
New
holidays.
Year.
Bye.
Nice.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.